What's up, everybody? Christian James here. Today's video. The hell is today's video about? I forgot already.
A few moments later.
We're going to watch a woman talk about the 3 dates she had with other women and now why she understands why men hate going on fucking dates with women. Yeah, it's annoying. Y'all know how to be cool and just hang out. Everything's got to be complicated or expensive or stupid or open my door or throw your coat in my puddle. Something dumb, ladies. It's always something dumb. So now even women are mad at dating fucking women. Good job, women. Play my music.
I came out as bisexual last year, and since then, I have been dating women. And what I found very fascinating is that the more I date women, the more I find myself understanding heterosexual men.
Well, no fucking shit.
Let me explain.
Well, heterosexual men like women and now you like women. It's pretty simple to explain, but proceed.
Exhibit A. I was on a first date with a girl who asked me out, by the way. This is relevant because when the check came, she never once made a move to pay. Not even like the fake, let me reach for my purse move. And though I don't mind paying on a date, part of me felt like, the offer would have been nice.
You do mind paying on a date because you're a woman, and if you've dated men, I bet you almost exclusively, unless you're in long-term relationships with men, it was their birthday or some bullshit like that, they almost always paid for you. That's kind of just how that system works. The idea, again, that this is just simply what men go through with women, this is what anybody... Look, I was in a relationship with a woman. I was late 20s, Ukrainian. What's up, Anna? She said, hey, do you want to go get dinner? In a Ukrainian accent. And I said, sure. So I got ready. We went down to Yonge and Dundas Square. And we had steak. I had steak, whatever. It was one of the best steaks I ever had. And the bill came. And she asked me. And we were at home together. And then the bill comes. And I'm like, well, you going to get it? No, you get it. You asked me. Yeah, but you're the man. That's not how this works. You said, hey, do you want to go get something to eat? Implying that you're taking care of this. Not, hey, do you want to buy me something to eat? So I still paid, whatever, I still the money, but why would I be expected to pay if it's not my idea? Just because she was a woman? We're in a long-term relationship, so why would I have to pay? But I paid, because in her mind, the man should just pay. And she used some European, whatever BS, I don't care what they do over there. You asked, you pay. So yeah, that's clearly annoying because the assumption is whoever asked is going to pay. Now with two women, I'm sure it would be more annoying because if you're new to being bisexual, you're used to being paid for. If the other woman's a lesbian, well, I don't know how that works.
I was also a little taken aback that she didn't even say thank you.
That's a bitch.
And I never heard from her again.
Yeah, well, that's why I also don't do first dates at restaurants. The idea that I'm going to take a stranger out to give them something to see if they like me or not while we're chewing and opening our mouth and, all that stuff. It's not the best way to get to know someone. It's like going to the movies. So when men ask out women for coffee, what we're really saying is do you want to talk? But it's hard to talk with French fries and steak and you see what I'm saying? But hey, how are you? That works a lot better. So the concept of feeding somebody to get to know them is idiotic. Even when you want to get to know a pet, you take it for a walk. Why would you not just take a person out to see who they are on a day-to-day, momentary, or moment-to-moment basis?
It really made me feel like she just asked me out so she could have a free dinner. And the moment I thought that, I was like, oh my God, I sound like all of my guy friends right now. And my argument against why guys should pay for dates has always been look, girls take hours to get ready.
It's about to go down.
Irrelevant. You must be pretty ugly if it takes you that long to get ready. Shave my head, put on some deodorant, put on a clean shirt, and I leave the house. You must be super unattractive if it takes you hours to get ready to go sit down in dimly lit restaurants and chew stuff.
Our investment is looking really nice for you.
It's not. We already asked you because we think you look nice. Looking like a shinier version of yourself does not help us at all. We don't want that.
Makeup, clothes, that costs money too.
No,
but we were
stupid.
both girls in this situation. We both took hours to get ready.
Well, who's ever the ugliest then should not have to pay because they took the longest. So the more attractive woman should pay. Who fucking cares how long it takes you? Being more efficient at doing shit.
That's right, I said it.
I definitely felt slighted. Exhibit B. On another date, I went back to a girl's house and I ended up making friends with her cat. That's not a pun. I'm talking about her literal, actual animal. And she said, wow, my cat never likes anyone. I better go out and buy a wedding dress.
Yeah, I don't know how that's supposed to be cute. I don't know why you would say something like that, which implies no commitment to the biggest commitment you can make other than a 30-year mortgage. Like the idea that that's supposed to be somehow... Girls, ladies, women, you're not funny. My wife knows she's not funny. Women aren't funny. You guys are not funny. Chelsea Handler, not funny. Any female comedian, not funny. Talking about your pussy and all the dudes you fuck is constantly not funny, okay? Women are not funny. So if you try to be funny and you think you're funny, don't be funny. Just don't. Please don't. Sit on your hands. Don't. Yeah, this also.
And again, I felt like I got some serious perspective. I have been guilty of making these kinds of jokes on dates with men.
Jokes are funny. These aren't jokes. To just say something crazy like the Joker and then just to keep talking afterwards with a chuckle, right? A cackle. Don't. Just, if you have those thoughts, move on.
Not anything of it. I was just being silly. But then when I was on the receiving end of it, I suddenly understood the panic. And finally, exhibit.
But why the panic? Because a stranger you just met is now assuming they're going to spend the rest of their life with you. Like, oh, it's a joke. Jokes are funny. They have a punchline. Boom, boom, ching. They're going somewhere. That's just weird.
One girl invited me back into her house, and her specific words were, "Do you want to come in and make out?" Obviously, I'm like, yeah, you're really pretty. I want to press my face to yours. But then when we got there, we both just sat on the couch, and she talked till like 3 a.m. And I was like, yo, girl, I gotta wake up at like 6 a.m.
Oh, because she was waiting for you to make a move, right? Someone's got to make the move, but if you've always been with dudes and not with chicks, you don't know how to make the move. Okay, so you want to sit with them on your good side, right? You don't want to make the move from an awkward side, okay? So I'm left-handed, but I want them on the right because I have to transfer with my left. So if they're on my left, I have to use my right. And like, you know what I'm saying? If you look retarded using your bad hand. So you got to make sure she's on the opposite side so you reach over with your good hand, okay? Now you've got to do it in a way that somehow lines up your face and eyesight, but not make it creepy as you go towards their face with your face, and then one of you's got to do this or come in straight. Yeah, it's not that simple of like, just kiss me. Like, oh, okay, like a fucking movie where like in the back they're like, okay, so I'm going to come in this way, you're going to come in this way, we're going to break eye contact about 3 seconds out. No, you have to go, and then the chances like that fucking Arash dude, you're going to like, like, okay. So just make the move, lady. You didn't make the move. You're supposed to be the dude, right? You're new to the girl relationships. You the dude. You the bi. I think so. You should know how men operate if you've been with men. Weak, bro. Weak.
I was told there would be kisses here. There are no kisses. And like, look, I don't want to sound like an ass. Like, I don't mind talking. I love talking. But she could have said, do you want to come in and just talk? And I would have had totally different expectations for the evening. You know, finally I started falling asleep and I was like, hey, I gotta go. And I gave her one kiss and left. And I felt sad that the amount of kisses promised did not equal the amount of kisses delivered. And once again, I felt like a dude who was upset that I did not receive the expected physical kisses I was promised.
You didn't make your move, bro. You gotta make your move. And at some point, if you don't make your move, now you're just stuck in conversation mode. Congratulations, you played yourself.
And I wanted to talk about this because I felt like this has really been expanding my perspective when it comes to dating. I finally understand a lot of the complaints my male friends have about dating that I admit I would usually dismiss.
Why?
But now I really get it when they say, dating is just so expensive, man.
It's not. I've been on 2, 3 dates. I went to England on a date one time. I went to Toronto and I went on a date, but the girl paid for dinner. And then my first date ever, we went to McDonald's and she only ate a small fry. So after that, all my dates take place at my house. I know how to cook. If you don't want to come to my house, piss off. But at the end of the day, dating doesn't have to be expensive. It's just men choose to make it expensive because for some reason you think you have to feed a stranger.
Sometimes I feel like a girl doesn't...
Welcome to the drill. We've been going through this.
Look, that's what it's like for a lot of dudes to date. Now, fellas and newly lesbians, I guess, you don't have to pay for strangers to eat food. If a person wants to hang out with you, they'll genuinely hang out with you. If you have a connection online or you meet them somewhere at the park, at the grocery store, at the gym, there is some form of a connection that has started to build a solid foundation. Whatever. I hate this. Look, y'all are attracted to each other and you're going to get together and probably hook up. So you don't have to pay for them to eat. It's either you get along or you don't get along. I have a wife. I've dated other women. On the first date, I'm not paying for them. As I get to know them and I like them, I will treat them to stuff. We will go out and do things, but I'm not paying for strangers. If I'm going to pay for a stranger, I'm going to give money to a homeless person before I give it to just some random chick that I want to apparently date. But the only way for me to date her is to show I care for her by buying her stuff, even though I don't know anything about her because she's a stranger. But how I get to know her is I spend my money on her ability to chew food, not go for a walk and have coffee and then they're insulted by coffee. But what does coffee allow you to do? Travel. You want me to buy a fucking burrito? We walk around the park and you eat a burrito. There's shit everywhere. It's going all over your nice shoes. You spend hours to get ready and now you're late eating because you got burrito all over yourself. I'm out.